We want to welcome each of you here today, and we have a full house, so as people come in, if you'll kind of raise your hand if there's a seat at the table, we want to get everybody in. We do appreciate everybody taking the time today to come to our December membership luncheon, and we promise if you're not in the Christmas spirit, by the time you leave today, you will be. And those of you that have attended our December luncheon before know what I mean. It's great to have all of you here today. We want to start off, of course, by recognizing our sponsors. Without them, we could not do these membership luncheons. And today, please give it up for Walmart Supply Chain and Windstream, our sponsors for today. And you will hear from Olin from Windstream and Michael from Walmart in a bit with their sponsor commercials, and we'll welcome them to the podium.
Good afternoon. Hey, I just want to take a minute to kind of introduce myself. I'm kind of new to the area, but I'm not new to the company. My name is Olin Yarber, and I've been with Windstream for, GTE, Alltel, and Windstream for 34 years. So I was born and raised in Moultrie, Georgia. Worked in Perry, Georgia, transferred to Matthews, North Carolina, worked there 11 years and got the opportunity to come back to this area. And I am glad to be home. So I just wanted to give a shout out a minute to thank each and every one of you for your business. If there's anything that I could ever do for anybody, just give me a call, let me know. I'll be glad to meet each and every one of you, and looking forward to being a partner with this chamber here. So thank you.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Michael Mitchum with the Walmart Distribution Center. Real quick, I'd like to introduce a few of our team members that we have with us today. First off, Carl Owens, if you would stand. He's our Human Resource Manager out at the Distribution Center. Judy Akas, which is the General Manager's Assistant. Charles Lawler, AGM out at the Distribution Center. Also Caleb Chance, he's part of the General Transportation Office, as well as Shani Wilson, she's our Operations Manager out in our Transportation Office. Introduce Brock Toole. A lot of you may know Brock already. He's our General Transportation Manager. And finally, our General Manager, Mr. Barry Westbrooks. So that's our team some of our team out at Walmart Distribution Center. Real quick, I just want to give you a few brief facts about our distribution center or supply chain. We have 65 managers, 65, 66, is it 66 now? Around 760 associates. Out of those 760 associates, 443 of those are been with the company 5 years or more. During our peak time, we do about almost 1.9 million cases a week, 280,000 units a day, and our inventory is right at $43 million that we keep in our building at all the time. But again, with that said, the best thing that I think we do, being from Walton County, born and raised, I really think the best thing that we do at our distribution center is give back to the community. You know, each year our distribution center gives back $36,000 to the community through grants. One proud thing that Miss Judy is really proud of, that each school that's applied for one of our grants this year by the deadline, they got approved and received a grant, so which is awesome. But with those grants, we mainly go for local schools and also feeding the hungry. But also, I just want to recognize Brock. He actually sits on our state giving award, state giving program advisory board, and he's actually brought back last year. He's brought back $50,000 in grants to this community. I know, Child's Voice, and also $25,000 for communities in schools. So that's an awesome deal. He's actually got monies coming back to this community this year already, and it's going to be divided up. So, Brock, thank you for what you do. Should I just go ahead? Yeah, all right, awesome. So, with that said, I'd like to introduce Mr. Kevin Little. He's in his 4th term as chairman of the Walton County Board of Commissioners. He served as president of ACCG in its 2014-15 fiscal year. He's also the past chairman of the Northeast Georgia Regional Commission. Kevin is with Walton, is a proud Walton County resident, also a graduate of Monroe Area High School, and he graduated from Georgia College and State University with a political science and public administration degree. He and his wife Wendy have 4 children, and they live here in Monroe. In his spare time, he likes to coach baseball and basketball, as well as a little hunting and fishing with his family. So please welcome Kevin Little.
Thank you, Mike.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike, and appreciate Windstream and Walmart Distribution for their sponsoring of today's program. It's always nice to have good sponsors and promote Walton County and get us taken care of. I told Gary that me and him talk pretty loud, and so if I'm blowing you out back in the back, I don't know, because I do talk loud. I know when he first started, it was like woo up here, but that's good. Someone come in earlier and asked me what I was going to talk about today, and I told them I don't know. We'll wait and see what Shane puts up, because most of you know me. I don't write any speeches or anything, so I do have a couple of numbers just so I got my numbers correct. But we'll get started here in just a second. I do want to recognize Leadership Walton 2015. Y'all are all out here in the middle of the room. Hold your hands up where everybody can see you. We're proud. We got the largest, I think this is the largest group ever, and it's getting harder and harder for us to put a class together every time, because of the fact that we have 50 to 60 people want to be in Leadership Walton, and we stretch it each year by 1 or 2, and so and it's really good. Terry and I and Mike Chief Moore, we've been running this thing for like 4 years now, so it's good. Also, I want to brag, I got my Walton County cabinet right here. The people, if y'all want to hold y'all's hands up, who actually, the cogs of the wheel of the county that actually turn things, I appreciate them. And also, while I'm talking on that, all the county employees, we all really, we've got a lot of dedicated Walton County employees that provide you the services that you need here in the county, and they spend your money wisely. Also, I do want to brag on the local governments and the school boards that we all work well together here in this county. If we do disagree, we disagree behind the doors. You don't see it out public, but we all promoting one Walton, and we got Bruce Williamson and I know. I looked straight at him and I lost my Tom Kirby here with us, been from our house, and I don't think Senator Calzert was able to be here today, but we got great legislators that work for the county up at the Gold Dome. And then we also do have a great governor that knows about Walton County and knows what goes on here. So we're, again, thank y'all, and thank y'all for coming out. Oh, no, I got us to do this, right? All right. As we always do, we always start out with the numbers, showing you the fact sheet of what's going on in the county. Right now, we're in our 8th year of having $20 million or more in fund balance, and it's a little over 22 million this year. I argue with finance every year because I always inch it on up there and she'll pull it back down. But this year we're a little over $22 million. But 8 years we've been over $20 million in fund balance in Walton County. We're operating budget's a little over $49 million. As you see, that pretty much flat for the last several years. I asked way back in the recession, or whatever you call it, if everybody would crawl with us, we'd all get up and walk together. We kept the millage rate the same during the downturn of the economy, and for 4 years now we have took the rollback rate. So we have give you the money back, and I know the property values are starting to go back up, But really and truly on the county side, it shouldn't have been a tax increase unless your property has just drastically increased. So that's something we've been trying to be good stewards of your money and provide the services that you need and demand. So it's something we be proud of, that you know, we're operating pretty much flat where we've been. You know, the department heads and the constitutional officers in the county, they use your money very wisely and provide the services there. We stretch that dollar very, very thin. As you can see in most counties or most governments anywhere around, that public safety is most important. It's probably about 65% of the budget. The sheriff, the courts, the fire, EMS, and such as that takes up a good portion. But when you call 911, you want somebody there, and that's what we intend to do. We want to take care of you and have that there. So that's the pie chart of how the expenditures is divvied out. The growth in Walton County this year, we've picked back up a little bit. We're 35% more on single-family permits than we were last year. That's kind of a good thing. There's still a lot of lots out there that were left during the recession. People are coming back and taking those up and moving forward to build houses. I know several bankers in here, y'all are still a little skeptical to loan more than maybe 1 or 2 houses at the time, but they are beginning to come around, and Walton County is beginning to be on the uprise again of putting houses here. The growth here, the businesses, 1,790 active businesses licensed through Walton County, and that's up a little bit from last year. And we promote small business, medium business, large business, all the way up to everything. So we want everything we can get here in Walton County, and so we work hard to promote and keep everybody happy and keep your businesses open. And we want everybody to shop as much as you can in Walton County this Christmas, as you'll see in a few slides coming up why we want you to shop here. The special local option sales tax that was passed in 2013, it had 7 items on it, and they are roads and parks and rec, and the 911 center expansion, building 2 fire stations, government building upgrades and expansions, and building of a new jail or an expansion, and water sewer expansion. These were the 7 items that we asked the voters to approve, and they have approved that. And we've been working from that since we built a timeline back in several years ago to equalize, put the money out to where the citizens can see some progress that's going on the splash tax here. We split the money with the cities about 60-40, so we're going to raise about $36 million in this splash right here. And as you probably can't see because it's a smaller version, but we're going to put this on our county Facebook site, and it'll be on our county website. But what this does is it puts money out. As you know, the jail is potentially going to be the largest dollar amount, so it gets the largest portion down at the bottom. This Jacks Creek Fire Station was opened probably in September, time flies, I can't remember exactly, but this was a splash project. It covers the eastern side of the county, puts a good portion of people within a 5-mile radius of a fire station, and the ISO ratings are helps you there, and it helps you with your ISO rating. And we are currently going to be building another fire station just like this one on Highway 81 between Loganville and Youth and Walnut Grove. It will be a combination of 2 stations. We're going to close Station 3 and Station 12 and make the station on 81 near Corn Dogs. Another part of the Splice project was the courthouse renovation. We proud to have this old lady here in Walton County. I guess we can call her an old lady, maybe an old man, I don't know. But we redid the windows, redid the roof, and heating and air in there. Some of you may or may not know the sister to this courthouse burnt down, whatever you want to say, proper English, I don't know, down in Hancock County last year. And so when they redid this courthouse in the 90s, they used the pictures from Hancock County to put it back in its original state. And so ironically now they're taking the pictures from the Hancock County courthouse that we had to redo the courthouse down in Hancock. So it's going to be nice, and it'll look back similar to this when they redo it, and it'll be coming up. But it's something proud. What I told the folks here is when you're traveling Highway 11 from Maine down to Florida, I want somebody to say, "Hey, honey, stop! I want to get a picture of that." And that's kind of what you want, because I mean this is something that we got in Walton County and something to be really, really proud of. Our 911 center is another splash project that was approved. This was the original 911 center in 1993, and that's exactly the way it looks today. And so we were, as you see, I don't even remember, let me see there here. I'll cheat a little bit off the paper. It said in 1990 we had 38,000 people, and we got 86,000 people now. So 911 center expansion is a major undertaking, and it is currently going on right now there. We'll be expanding it to accommodate more people and being able to provide the services that we need there at the 911 center. Franklin Thornton Law Enforcement Center. This is down on South Madison, Highway 11 out of town. The jail is a splash project that is probably going to be the hardest that the Board of Commissioners has to decide and figure out what to do. We hired a feasibility team to come in and do a feasibility study, and they have show that we need around 525 beds over the next 25 years. And right now, we have somewhere between 400 and 440, depending on which diversion center that we have open at the time or what. But and under Governor Deal's new criminal justice reform, over the past several years, the jail populations all over Georgia, not just in Walton County, but all over Georgia, are continuing to go down. As DCA reports, last year we had averaged about 350 folks, 352 folks in our jail on a monthly basis, and this year, as of the end of October, we was averaging 319. So that's something we got to look at as a Board of Commissioners. And if you look right to our west, to Newton County's got a population of 105,000. Which is where Walton County is projected to be at 2020, and they have a 600-bed jail, and they averaged 459 in 2014, and this year they averaged their average so far 425. So you see the jail numbers are continuing to come down statewide. So the Board of Commissioners, through this feasibility study, we've basically eliminated the choice of running two jails. So basically what we've got to do now is see the economical of what we need to do is to build a new facility or build another pod addition down here to carry us on. And if you look back through those the slides there, if you build a total new jail, it's going to probably be somewhere in excess of $30 million, and whereas you build a one pod addition, it's going to be somewhere in the $12 to $17 million. So that's something that we've got to look at going forward and that's going to be a tough decision that the Board of Commissioners have got to make, along with trying to satisfy what we need for our future. None of us have a crystal ball, so a lot of people in law enforcement say that it's up and down, but right now it's down, and so if we've got to make that tough decision. This is your splash dollars as well, but as you saw, all those other projects we got to try to work on is to provide. This splash goes through 2019, so anything that we're doing, we'll have to be using those dollars, and there won't be any other dollars excess until then. Transportation is going to be really, really big in 2016 and going forward. I don't know how, as I told y'all last year, how this got called the Kevin Little Interchange, but in about 5 or 6 months, I might be all right with calling this side of it the Kevin Little Interchange, because you're going to be able to move a little bit smoother through there. The next slide right there, Shane. If most of you get your bearings, Chick-fil-A and Walmart is up at the top of the screen there, just past Walmart's entrance there on Charlotte Rowell now. There's a guardrail down there, and there'll be a lane started there, and it'll go all the way up through the intersection and all the way terminus out near Great Oaks is where it'll be. There'll be a right in, right out at Walmart only. You won't be able to come out there anymore, and then we'll be taking up some of the other lanes to hopefully move traffic through there a little bit easier. And it was destined to start around 1st of December, but we in agreement with all the businesses around decided to wait after the first of the year and get the holiday season out of the way. We didn't want, it's already, you know, standstill, and we didn't want to make it any more stander-stiller. So, hey, like that ain't. All right, y'all ever heard of stander-stiller? All right, Gary, you taught me that. I think you taught me them words, stander-stiller. All right, but I do want to brag on Tom and Bruce and Bill Calsert working hard on the transportation issue last year. I think I stood here last year and told everybody that we needed it, and we've got it. Governor Deal is very big on transportation in Georgia right now. He knows it was economically starving us, and if I go back, that Charlotte-Rowell extension lane down through there was a partnership with DOT, City of Monroe, and the county, and we're going to do a intersection improvement at Guthrie Cemetery Road near Corn Dogs. We got $400,000 from the state of Georgia, and we're going to use some splash money. And Darryl McWaters, who owns Corn Dogs, is going to give the right-of-way on the right side of the road there for this intersection improvements, where Walton Grove High School basically comes into 81. It's a nightmare at about 7 o'clock and 3:30 or 2:30 every afternoon. So also along that same corridor is where the new fire station will be built. And so, but $400,000 is a good gesture. What they did with this new transportation is they wanted to see shovel-ready projects and things that could be rolling out first quarter of next year. Down in Social Circle, near Social Circle High School and the library down there, they have some major traffic problems under the same presence of school traffic. And over in Jackson County off of Highway 11, DOT put in a roundabout over there several years ago. Traffic was backing up a mile to a mile and a half at the Jackson County High School. A lot of you know where that is. And they put in a roundabout, and this traffic's flowing smoothly. So we proposed this roundabout in Social Circle, and DOT is giving us $175,000 to help do this. We currently have one in front of Walnut Grove High School that went in when the school went in, and as far as I know, there's not ever been any really major trouble over there with all the folks getting in and out. So roundabouts are the sign of the future. They've been over in Europe and if you go on a cruise down to the Bahamas, every one of those third world countries down there's got roundabouts everywhere. You know, we still want four-way stops over here. Stopping is crazy, but and this thing right here, all you do is you learn it and you go on. So, but anyway, transportation in 2016 is you're gonna see a lot of shovel-ready projects going out. Bruce and Tom and I are working right now on several other projects that you'll see happening over the next few months. I understand that there's a good possibility DOT is going to be buying the right-of-way for the Monroe Bypass in the first quarter, and it's scheduled for construction in 2018. So there's a possibility that it could be on schedule if they do get that moved back to state funding rather than federal funding. And so if you do, you want to thank them for what they done in the legislature last year. This was a hard. Anytime you put TAX on any word, you know on any sentence, it's always very, very hard. And so that was very important. But as you know, gas is $1 something now or whatever, and you don't even know that anything's changed out there. But your roads are going to show a difference over the next 5 years, and Georgia economically is going to show, because you can't move people without roads, and that's what it takes. This is Hard Labor Creek Reservoir. If you hadn't been down to see what's taking place down there, we closed the dam somewhere around the 1st of September. And the good Lord above sent us several depressions up our way, and they kind of stalled out and gave us a lot of water. And it's by no means close to being full, but it sure is a big difference. You know, it's 18 to 24 months is the schedule to have this thing full. And it's if you ride down Highway 11 south out of Monroe, turn left on Mount Perrin Road, go to that road ends, turn left on Social Circle Fairplay. You'll go across this big new bridge that you can see at the top right up there, and then you can see all down. It's 900 feet across. It's nice. It's something to see. That was the tallest bridge and not quite the longest bridge that E.R. Snell had ever built. It's 120 feet up from the ground right there, but now the water's a little ways under there. So Walton County and Oconee County partnered in this thing a long time ago. I was concerned back in the early 2000s at Walton County we didn't have our own water source, but now this will give us drinking water for many generations to come. And so, you know, you can't live without two things, and that's water and air. I can't provide you with air, but I can provide you with water. And so that's something that we're doing, and there's something to be proud of. You need to get down and look at it now because it's filling up. We're actually having, you can only fill it 2 feet a week because it's a soil dam and the water has to seep in. And so we're having to with all the heavy rains we've had over the last few weeks, we've had to let water go downstream than if we could have caught it, but we don't want to get in trouble with EPA, so you got to abide by the rules. Veterans Memorial, the Veterans Memorial Committee has been working hard selling bricks there at all the parades, all the functions, and this thing is very close to reality. It's going to really happen, and the Stokely family and then all the other folks that have been involved with Veterans Memorials have joined on, and we're all one promoting the Veterans Memorial in Walton County, the Stokely Memorial, but we'll be back on the green area at the top behind the pool there, and then there's going to be a couple of other things there. The Tim Stewart Funeral Home has took this and run with it, and it's been really good. I want you to get involved. Several of the leadership groups have got involved before. I hope that we'll be able to break ground on it early next year. They've got a lot more farther down the road with the plans and everything, and the committee is working hard to get it. We're going to be selling trees, we're going to be selling benches. Going to be a lot of things in the memory of fallen veterans for Walton, not just Walton County. The Walton County ones will be out in the front, but any veterans that you want to buy a brick for, you can be able to buy them here. They'll just be more out to the side than right in front of the memorial. But that is something that we really never had anything in Walton County that was there. And this is going to be in the grassy area in front of the government building out off of Hammond Drive. And it's back when we designed that building a long time ago, I had the water pipes and electricity run out there because that was a long-range vision that I hope someday that we would be able to get a Veterans Memorial out there. And I've stayed around long enough to see it become a reality. So let's get behind this and make it a reality where we can get the ground broke. They got a website, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. And my little, I didn't write it down, as I told you, it ain't on my list. So, but anyway, let's get involved with this and make this a reality. Economic development is very important in Walton County. As you know, for several years we've worked really, really hard to bring jobs, and that way you could work here and play here. That's a 250,000 square foot facility right there that Hitachi has built. There's 250 new jobs out there, and we're very proud to have Hitachi in Walton County as a partner, and it's nice to that they expanded right here in Walton County and providing these jobs, quality jobs here. A few months ago we got to announce that Leggett and Platt down in Social Circle, their old building was acquired by Master Rack, and there are 95 new jobs that are going to be put down there, and nice quality jobs that you'll be able to live and play here again in Walton County. That's something that we're working hard with Shane Short and the Development Authority to bring here. The old Angel Food building on Unicia Drive, most of you have been watching it for a long time, and we got an official announcement. It's going to be coming here in the next day or two. We were hoping we were going to get all the paperwork signed before the meeting today, but we didn't, but it's that close. So 100 new jobs coming here and be a manufacturer, so just follow your local paper and the local online sites. It'll be announced here, I would think, before Santa Claus comes, and so Santa Claus might even bring it to us. You can't ever tell. And but at this time, Shane's going to show the economic video. I want to brag on Shane before he kicks it off. We went up to Atlanta to the developers thing at Georgia Tech, where the economic developer folks come around, and we put on, several of us in here were part of it. You put on a horse show kind of atmosphere and promoting Walton County, and those folks loved it. I mean, they just loved it, and this video Shane had put together for that, and it just tells you a little bit about Walton County and the economic development.
Hitachi's always felt Walton County's been a very pro-business atmosphere. From incorporation to helping us secure the land, to helping us secure a great workforce, Walton County has played a vital role in the success of our company.
Walton County's been very accommodating to Walmart. It's close to Atlanta, it has a great infrastructure for roads, not too far from the port, and so it's just been a real good fit for Walmart. I hope today that we've brought you a better understanding of where we stand in Walton County, and I hope all of you love Walton County as much as I do, and I hope you will promote where we live to be the best. As all of your leaders here in this county, we all work together. If some of you grew up here like I did a long time ago, it was a divided county through cities, through schools, through the county, and so we've worked hard over these last 10, 12, 15 years, Board of Commissioners, Board of Educations, the cities, all your leaders are promoting Walton County. And last year when I was president of ACCG, traveling around the state, and a lot of folks asked, there's 159 counties in Georgia, and there's a lot of folks that they don't get along at all. And when Shane shows this video and shows how all we work together, your major corporations, talking how good we are and how we're promoting Walton County, it makes a big lasting impact to people, and so that's very, very important. If we were in feuding or fighting or something like that, they're not going to move here. They're not going to expand here, if that. So, when I graduated from high school here in 1984, they were not any businesses. They were not the very small businesses downtown, but there wasn't anywhere to work. And that's things that we have here now through economic development, and something that we should continue to do. With that, I'm going to close, and I probably got time for maybe one or two questions. I don't know if anybody's got any questions. Yes, sir.
I've lived in Walton County for 11 years. When are the inmates going to clean out the roads with all the debris and litter on the side?
They do that every Saturday. They're picking up different roads. Send me an email with your roadway. I have one lady that lives on Cedar Ridge. She calls me every month, and they're out there. They're out there. I hope she's not in the room, but anyway, good you do. But
Cedar Ridge is between Monroe High School, no offense to anybody, but between Monroe High School and 78, and evidently they must discard with some of their papers and things like that when they get down to it. But shoot me an email or give me a call and we'll get your...
All the major roads in Walton County except neighborhoods.
Yeah, but if you'll give me the information, I'll get. Now we can't pick up on state routes. The state of Georgia handles 78, 11, 81, 138. We can't do that, but we do pick up all the county.
Hodges, Palm River.
Yeah, we can do those. We'll get those for you. Any other questions? Yes, sir. That is no, sir. That is part of this splice. If the money comes in, if you go across the new bridge right there where the new park entrance is being built, that's the next fire station will be built in Walton County. Will be built right there. I'm hoping it won't. I hope it'll be in the next couple of years. Is what I'm hoping. It's already designed. The template is laid to go down there, and it's just a matter of getting the funds in here. We had to, Jacks Creek was there, and then the combination of the other two, because if the 138 widening comes to 4-lane through Walnut Grove, then the fire station and the old city hall there will be done away with, because they can't get through there without having to move something. But that's the plan. Any other questions? All right, I appreciate it. I'm proud to be your chairman.
We are grateful again this year to be able to sponsor the live nativity here at the courthouse square. It is such a joy to be able to do it every year. We thank God for the weather we've got tonight. We were praying that we'd get a break in this rain, and we have, and we've just had a wonderful crowd. People have been coming out every night, and we'd like to invite you to come. We'll be going through Christmas Eve. We're going to have a great camel on that night, and so we'd love for you to come out and be a partner with us in the live nativity this year. Thank you again for allowing us to share with the community in this way. God bless you.
Good morning. Thank you for watching. I'm Dina Huff, Executive Director for the Partnership for Families, Children, and Youth. And today, my lovely guests are Miss Rita Dickinson and Miss Christy Slaughter McDevitt. And they're here today to tell us about the Monroe Country Day School that will be opening very soon for them. So Rita, let's get started with you. Give us a little bit of background about the Monroe Country Day School.
Well, country day schools are a model of education. It comes from the progressive education movement in the early 1900s, that at that time really and truly only wealthy families had access to. That has changed somewhat now, but it is a model where students do hands-on type of things and projects, and part of what the goals are is to teach a child to be a good citizen, not just for academic type of learning, but to learn how to be a good citizen, how to learn to love learning. And those were some of the things I wanted to see continue in education.
And you're the founder of the school,
I am the
correct?
founder of the school. I retired from the Walton County school system in December or in January of this year, and I still felt like I had something that I wanted to give to the community. And one of the other things, it's in the old Johnston Institute on Broad Street, and one of the other things is we've sort of moved out of our community with our schools. Not that that's the school system fault, but there are now requirements about how much land a school has to be built on, and Monroe's sort of built out as far as those type of things. But I sort of have the idea of a community school where you use the community resources and the school is part of the community, and it's going to be a small school, maximum 125 to 150 students, K through 8th grade. So it's going to be something where you'll know each of your students individually, what their strengths are, what they need help in, and that you'll be able to challenge children on those levels.
Great, great. Well, what about let's talk a little bit about the curriculum and the standards that you will use at the school.
Well, we'll use the state standards as far as what a child should know according to the state, or nationally as far as if you're a 4th grader, what should you know when you complete the 4th grade. The difference is we're not going to limit it to that. If the child is in the 1st grade and already doing multiplication and division, we will let the child move on. The grades will be more fluid, where a lot of that in public school you just can't do because it's not physically possible to do. And so if a child's ready to do high school work when they're in the 5th grade, they'll be able to work on the high school level.
Great, great. All right, who's going to be teaching at the school?
Well, all the teachers I've hired so far are past Teacher of the Years. I have, there's one advantage of having worked for the school system for so many years and having lived in this community for so many years, because I sort of know who has good relationships with children and who are challenging teachers. And so I have asked teachers to come in to teach. My Barbara Lewis, who retired from Monroe Elementary School, is getting her certification as a Montessori teacher. It won't be a Montessori school, but a lot of those Montessori type of experiences for children she will be using, which have proven over the years to help children read better and to be more independent thinkers. So we'll be using some of those techniques in their early grades.
Okay, great. Sounds wonderful. What about? I know it's has the community involvement. What kind of partnerships will you use in community resources?
Well, I think and as you know, because I've been around a long time and we have been on this seat many times and talked about many different things in the community, I think sometimes what people do not realize about Monroe is how rich the resources are here. The resources are so rich because it's the people here. And I'm just going to, I hope Sally Howard doesn't get mad at me for using Sally's name, but Sally came up to me, and many of y'all might have been taught by Sally. She retired from George Walton. She was a kindergarten teacher is how I know her. And she said, I'd love to come volunteer. Wow. If you have things for me to do. Well, those are the greatest resources here. It's not money. It is the people in this community and the knowledge they have and what their strengths are. And so we'll be working not only with the people in the community, but I have met with the board of the New Monroe Museum. So we will be working on a school-wide project where we work with that museum. I will be meeting again tomorrow with the University of Georgia, a professor from their history department, and we have already met a couple of times before, and we will be doing a history project with the University of Georgia, and that will also be part of the mill. I've met with Stephen Felker to talk about the mill history a little bit and how we can bring in some of the history of the cotton industry and the mill industry in Walton County into the studies that the children will be doing. The Art Guild, I've met with the Art Guild. We're going to be signing a memorandum of understanding about what the Art Guild will be able to do, and the Playhouse has contacted me. So we'll be using resources that are already here in the community, because since we have a more flexible schedule, if they need to come in and spend one day on drama, we can do that. It doesn't have to be in the same way as a school system. They just can't do that. It's just not set up in that way. Not that the school system is bad, there's just more freedom in what you can do in having a smaller school that's private.
And having those past relationships are very important.
Very
we know
important.
that so well here at the partnership, so having those relationships means a lot. Let's talk a little bit about the admission side of things, and Christy's going to let us know how somebody can apply at the school.
Okay, right now you may go to our website, which is monroecountrydayschool.com, and you have two choices. You can just ask questions on our inquiry form, or you can go ahead and just apply. And once you fill out the application form, send in your $50 to the school address, which is 603 South Broad Street in Monroe, and all of that information is on our website. And once we receive that, we will contact you and we'll set up the interview process.
Is there a deadline for that?
Right now, the deadline to save is December 31st. And once December 31st ends, then we will go up to $100. So right now is a prime time to go ahead and apply.
And then after that, when would a family hear about the acceptance?
Once we have the interview, from 2 weeks from the interview, we will let you know of your acceptance.
Okay. And what about any information from the school that they're
Currently in?
Uh-huh.
Any application can come with transcripts, any test scores, any teacher recommendation forms, advocate forms. Anyone who just can say something about the student to help in that process would be very helpful. But the interview will be a very important process.
Okay. And scholarships.
We have had many people contact us in the community that are really interested in donating. So yes, we will have scholarships available. They just need to apply. Just apply, get your application in so that we can connect you with that person that's interested in giving scholarships. And we're also partnering with GASO, which is a tax directed funding where you can give to an organization any of your tax money that's directed from the state of Georgia. So what we have decided to do is go with GASO, and you can apply to the school for that scholarship.
Great, that's wonderful. What about the hours of the school day? I mean,
It's 8:30 to 3:30. And I'd also like to say, because I know people are wondering, well, why should I send a child to your school versus there are excellent schools in this area. We have our public school is excellent. We have George Walton. We have the Loganville Christian Academy, Prince Avenue. All of those are excellent schools, but we still have children out there that we know are bright, that are not being challenged. And the two, I would say, are personal goals of my school is I want children to learn to love learning, and I want to have children be a good citizen. When I finished in education, I was taught the goal of education was to be a good citizen. We don't even have a standard that addresses that anymore. And that is very important to me because I keep saying to people, what good is it to make a perfect score on the SAT if you have no integrity?
right.
And so that is very important to me, is that the child learn to love learning and become a good citizen.
Excellent, yes. So how can someone, a family, if they're interested, reach you all?
Our website is monroecountrydayschool.com. Our phone number is 770-267-8955. That'll get you Christy. And you can email me at ritamcds@gmail.com.
Okay, great. This sounds wonderful, and you know, I hope if anyone out there listening, if you have any questions or you have family members that have kids that would fit this program, you'll call Rita or call Christy.
Or want to volunteer.
Or want to volunteer.
Right.
Or sponsor.
Right.
Sponsor a child or several children. Anything else y'all would like to add?
I'm just excited for this opportunity, this innovative approach to education. I love the fact that Rita's vision has just enlightened me, and it seems like everyone around me, that every time I see someone, they want to hear about Rita's vision. And it is just such a positive approach, an interesting approach to education, because her vision is that she wants children to absolutely love coming to school. And for a mom like me, I just can't imagine anything better. You know, the children learning in a positive, wonderful atmosphere and just enjoying it.
Right. Well, it sounds wonderful, and I wish you both the best of
Thank
luck.
you.
And I know they'll have lots of kids that will enjoy every day coming to school, and parents that
That's
will
right.
pop in and visit and volunteer.
Yes.
That's right.
Thank you. Well, thank you both for being here today. And our staff here at the partnership would like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you for watching.
Hello, I'm Kenny Sargent, Director here at Keep Walton Beautiful in the Walton County Recycling Center. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. The big thing we have going on I wanted to remind everybody about was our Bring One for the Chipper event that will last December 26th through January the 9th. Be sure to bring your Christmas trees out here. We want to see how many of those we can get. We'll be doing it here at the main facility as well as all of our convenience sites throughout the county. So I wanted to make sure everyone knew that there was a place to take their Christmas trees, and we're going to try to load up on those and get as many as we can get. Keep Georgia Beautiful actually does a contest for the Bring One for the Chipper event, and each county we try to see how many trees we can have brought in and get those mulched up. On that note, the Christmas is coming up, and we wanted to remind everyone to recycle all of their gift boxes and paper. Get those out here to us, or at the convenience sites takes both of those. But just wanted to give a reminder to let everyone know that those are recyclable and shouldn't be thrown away. Here in our state, some of the things like gift boxes and your cardboard and paper and things like that is one of the most recycled items in our state, and there's a big demand for it. So we want to make sure we keep those out of the trash cans. I know it's easiest just to throw it in the trash can sometimes, but it's really not much more work to get those into your recycling bin or any other kind of basket you have there at home, and either have it picked up at your via curbside or bring it out here to us. We'd be happy to get those things from you and keep those things out of the landfills. So I wanted to remind everyone to during the holiday season to recycle those things that can be recycled, and it is a lot of the things we deal with, and let's keep those things out of the trash. Again, remember our Bring One for the Chipper event. Let's spread the word and try to get as many of those trees as we can here to us, and we'll get those chipped up into mulch. Once again, like I say every week, for those of you that's never been out here to visit us, give us a call, 770-267-1421. We'd be happy to schedule a time to walk you through, show you what we do here, show you what we offer and the things we can recycle, and some of the other things we do as far as the programs we do in schools and all the things we try to do out in the county. Or just stop by. You don't even have to call, just stop by and we'd be happy to show you what we do here. And again, I hope everyone has a happy holidays, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey there, thanks for tuning in today. As always, we're going to show you some of the dogs and cats that are available for adoption here at Walton County Animal Control. You know, it's the end of the year, and looking back, we've had a really great year. I just want to take a minute to thank everyone who's helped the shelter. We've had a lot of people who have brought in donations. There's a list of donations on our website. People go there and look, and things like paper towels, bleach, laundry detergent. Whenever we get donations like that, we're able to take that money and buy heartworm tests and vaccines and other things for the animals that we would normally be spending on some of those items. So we want to give a big thanks to all the people in our community who've supported us throughout the year, brought in donations. Also really want to thank the people who have sponsored dogs. If you've ever looked at our website, waltonpets.net, you'll notice there that there's people who have pledged sponsorships for animals in our shelter. They'll send me an email that says, I'll donate $50 to the rescue that saves such and such a pet. We post that on there, and this really brings in a lot of the rescues to come get the animals. It helps them cover the veterinary needs that they have, and also to house the dog in the time that it takes to get adopted. So a lot of people that have sponsored dogs at our website, particularly a woman here named Alice, Lisa, several others that throughout the years really have, if I added it up, is a shocking amount of money that they've given to help the dogs and cats in our shelter. So we just want to say a quick thanks to them. Also, all the local veterinarians that have helped us out through the years. Lately, we've had Walton Animal Guild sponsoring spays and neuters, Paradox Spay Neuter Clinic sponsoring spay and neuters, Countryside Vet has offered free spay and neuters to their pet of the week as well as some of the other local veterinarians that help us out with discounts and different things throughout the year. We just want to say a big thanks. And we really want to thank those that have come and adopted from us. You know, these animals that come here, it's no fault of their own. It's no fault of our own either. You know, if owners kept them at home, we wouldn't need to bring them here. But once they come in, we've got to find homes for them in a rapid amount of time. So the ones we really want to thank are the people that have adopted from us throughout this last year. Maybe you're thinking about in the new year adopting a pet. Consider the shelter. It's just $40 for the adoption. Because of the donations that we get, we do vaccine, deworming, heartworm test, flea medicine, all that included in the $40. And you get a great animal, and those veterinarians that offer a discount if you adopt from us. So just really, it's a picture of everyone banding together to do a great thing in our community. And so if you're thinking about adopting, we're going to show you some of those dogs and cats that are available now.
This is Jasmine. She's about 5 years old. She's already spayed. She's been vaccinated and dewormed. She's a really sweet girl, and she just needs a good home. Come on, sweetie.
This is Mabel. She's about a 2-year-old mixed breed. She's already spayed and microchipped. Very friendly.
Well, this one just came in about 30 minutes ago, so she doesn't even have a name yet. But if we don't find her owner, she's going to need a good home. She's a shepherd mix, probably about 10 to 12 months old. Seems to be really sweet. You know, if you put a tag on your dog, they don't have to come here. They can go home by the officer instead of having to come to the shelter.
This is a female. She's probably about 8 months old. Her name is Sydney. She is already spayed. She gets along with others. She is very sweet, and she gets along with other kids also. Like I said, she's already spayed. She needs a home fast. Come on.
This is Cupid. He's a male Chihuahua, about 2 years old. He's very personable, very friendly. He would make someone just a great lap dog. He just needs a good home.
Where do you come alive? A stadium, lecture hall, a music hall, church potluck? This year, you have a new spot, walkgeorgia.org, a free website that provides you with all the resources needed to get your heart rate up and body out in your community. Sign up and receive individual or group fitness tracking, fitness demos by certified trainers, recipes, and a guide to resources in your Georgia County, all in one easy-to-use site. When you move more, you live more. walkgeorgia.org.
To my body is dust, till my soul is no more. I will love you, love you. Till the sun starts to cry and the moon turns to
What's the worst that can happen?
Do you have a collection of films and videotape sitting in your attic? basement, hall closet, or a box somewhere that are being lost to time, creative artists can transfer your 8mm, Super 8mm, and 16mm films, as well as converting your VHS, CVHS, 8mm, and mini DV to DVD. Preserve your family's video history for the generations to come. Creative Artists, 1113 West Spring Street, Monroe, 770-267-7368.